Right guys, I have been in Shanghai's lockdown for too long. I am out of here. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm just gonna run out. I'm not allowed out. We're all in lockdown, but I'm gonna try and escape. This could be very dangerous. This could be dangerous. I could be arrested. Right guys, I've got to be quiet, so hopefully you can hear me. There's two security guards. There's no way of getting past. I don't know how I'm gonna get out. He's gone. He's coming. I think I can make a move. All right, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Huge problem. There's a security guard manning the gate. I don't know how I'm gonna get past. This is a tough one. I don't know how I'm gonna get past at all. There's like a couple of security guards right at the gate. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, right. I'm gonna try that. I'm just gonna walk through. See how this goes. Okay, right. My heart is beating. Right.
This is where it could all end, my friends. The guard has spotted me. My heart, oh, it is racing.
我可以出去吗？为什么？我可以出去吗？不可以。
Right guys, I've got to abort that mission. I'm going to keep going now. I've got to do it. I'm going to try and jump over this wall. Okay, let me just put my camera down. I'm just going to jump over, guys. Oh, okay, I've jumped, I've made it, I'm free. Oh my god, right, okay, so there's no taxis, there's no metro. I can't walk, it's too far away. Right, I need to get rid of these shared bikes. Cycle as far as I can. Alright, we are good to go. Let me just activate this and we're good to go.
Oh man, this is where I might get in trouble. Please don't say anything, please don't say anything.
Oh man, this is not good, I'm getting arrested. I've got to cut off the camera, Alright guys, I am just kidding with you all. Of course I am fine, no problems at all. The police, you know, they don't care about me. There's no worries. I'm not getting arrested. I'm not in trouble with anyone. But the truth is, Shanghai is very much under lockdown still. I'm inclined to say over 90% of the city are still in lockdown. And actually, my area, we're still in lockdown. But I needed to go to the hospital. I needed to get some medical assistance. No problems at all, no questions asked. And they were like, fine, yeah, you can go. Just come back straight away. So that is what I'm doing. So I can finally get some sunshine. I can go out, enjoy what Shanghai is like.
God, the streets are empty, proper empty. This road used to be so busy, so busy. Like, this is really weird. I used to hate cycling down here because there was just so much traffic. I couldn't get past at all, really. Yeah, it was quite scary. But now, I don't care at all. You can see all of these stores. They're all closed. All these little businesses. No customers, of course. They're all in lockdown. Everyone's in lockdown. Except me. Well, you see, buses are running. No one's on it, though. Totally empty.
And you can see, even for little convenience stores, you can't go in and buy things. Even I asked them, can you just get me a drink? Can't do it, you've got to order it online. Even you're outside, there's nothing to do, nowhere to go. There's no restaurants, shops or anything like that. But if you are lucky enough to be outside, you can go to a supermarket. I believe you need to have a special pass for the supermarket, which I unfortunately don't have, so I'm not going to risk it, but never mind. And you can see, even the metro is fully closed. Actually, I have heard a couple of lines that are open. Not this one though, can't go inside at all. So honestly, who knows when we can go out? There's no real clear time when we can go out. I mean, all of Shanghai has been locked down since April the 1st. However, some other people, they've been locked down for much longer. So for example, I was one of the first to go in quarantine. I was the first to go into lockdown because my university had an initial outbreak in Shanghai, beginning of March. So I think it was like March the 8th, I had to go into a 2-week lockdown. So it was 2 weeks, and then I came out for a week, and then it was the citywide lockdown. But after, I think, 3 weeks of the citywide lockdown, I've been able to walk around like the outside of my compound. So there's like a nice garden area I can walk around, which is really nice. But I do have some friends, they've just not been able to go out of their apartment at all. You know, they might just have a small little room, can't go out, can't go outside since beginning of March. Yeah, same time as me really. And it's been really, really tough for them. A lot, and I mean A lot of people have voiced their opinion about China's COVID strategy. You know, they've criticised it or whatever, and really, their opinions have been fueled by emotion rather than the science. Whereas for me, well, I was actually an epidemiologist back in the UK, yeah. I'd be doing a lot of infectious disease modelling, especially with things like influenza. And I'd be working with a lot of big companies, which I'm sure you know now, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Moderna, all of these companies I'd be working with. I'd be trying to do those statistical analyses for their treatments and their drugs. So no doubt, if I was still in the company, I would be analysing the data for their vaccines. Also, a couple of my colleagues, they are now working on the COVID defence strategy for the UK. And you know, they had the same job title as me. They were my colleagues. And so possibly if I stayed on, I didn't come to China, that's what I would be doing right now. And so for my opinion on lockdowns, well, I've always been in favour of them. I always think it is the best strategy, the most effective strategy of containing the virus. And a lot of people complain about them. They say, you know, this Shanghai lockdown in particular is too strict, we have no freedom. But it's meant to be strict, right? It's meant to be, otherwise it would just be pointless, especially when you have such a transmissible variant, Omicron. And you know, this particular lineage of Omicron, the BA2, is just vastly infectious. Even with high levels of immunization, it's really contagious. And so yeah, there are two forms of immunization, and that is vaccination and previous infections. And actually, sometimes previous infections can produce more antibodies than the vaccine. You know, it depends on multiple factors such as your age and you know how bad your symptoms are for the virus. But also alternatively, if you've had the booster shot, that can be really, really effective. That can produce a lot of antibodies too. So if we take the UK as an example, my home country, in theory, they should have a high level of immunisation in the society because of two things, right? Firstly, they've got high vaccination rates, really across all ages. It's been really, really impressive, the vaccination turnout. And secondly, they have had millions, and I mean millions of COVID cases. Like pretty much everyone I know in the UK has had COVID at some point, and even many people, they've had repeat infections. And if you check the numbers now, you might think, wow, the cases have dropped so much. You know, going from hundreds of thousands to, I think, is it like 10 or 20,000 cases a day now? Might seem impressive, but actually, if you check the rules in the UK, you don't need to get COVID tested. You know, it's pointless. You don't need to. You can go to work if you've got COVID. You can go out. You can go to restaurants, nightclubs, whatever. It's normal. It's like there is no COVID anymore. However, if you check the Office of National Statistics, you'll find that around 1 in 10 people are getting tested in the UK. And so what does that mean? Well, it's likely that there are over 10 times more cases in the population than is currently being reported. Even with all of this immunisation, COVID is surging through the UK. Lots of people are getting it. You know, my dad and my brother, they've just recently had it. It is really, really bad at the moment. And if you want to get treated in the hospitals, good luck. They are absolutely packed. Really, really difficult to get treated. I've heard of cases, you know, people, they're being put on the waiting list for months, even years. It is that busy, all because of COVID. And so what if China decided to just scrap this zero COVID approach? They followed the UK's approach, they did herd immunity. What would it be like? Not so good. I don't think it would be very good at all. The healthcare system would just collapse. I mean, you have to consider how dense the population is in China, especially in all these megacities you have. Shanghai, Chongqing, Beijing, Shenzhen. You've got 20, 30 million people in some cases in these cities. The healthcare system would be a disaster. And China really does have an aging population. And a lot of the elderly are unvaccinated. That's a huge problem. They really need to get vaccinated. I think 38% of people are effectively vaccinated. So we use this term effectively vaccinated in epidemiology to mean basically, the third shot, the third booster shot. Such a low proportion. So if we are to live with COVID at some point, this really needs to increase. The majority of elderly need to get vaccinated in China, in Shanghai, everywhere. Now, of course, this virus will become weaker and weaker as time progresses, and the death rate has significantly reduced since the very first outbreak. That is true. So yeah, I do think lockdowns are important, they are working, and zero COVID is a sensible strategy. Of course, one day, China will live with the virus, but I think we do need to improve the vaccination rates, especially amongst the elderly. All right, guys, I'm just approaching my home now, so I'm gonna go back inside. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I cannot wait to be back to normal for Shanghai's lockdown to end. Don't know when it'll be. I'm hoping it'll be June. I really need a haircut, as you can tell, it's really, really long. Not had one for a couple months now. So I need to get that done first thing. So see you guys next time. Bye-bye.